Mushoku Tensei, Volume 1, Prologue. I'm a 34-year-old homeless and jobless person. I'm plump and ugly, a nice guy who regrets how he lived his life. I wasn't homeless 3 hours ago. I was a veteran NEET who hadn't left my room for the past year. However, my parents had passed away without me noticing. As a NEET, I didn't even attend the family meeting, let alone the funeral. And in the end, I was chased out of the house. I banged loudly on the walls and floor, flailing about as if no one was at home, for no one spoke up for me. I was masturbating in my room on the funeral day when my siblings suddenly rushed in, dressed in mourning clothes, and declared that they were severing all relations with me. I ignored them, and my younger brother took a wooden bat and destroyed the computer I valued more highly than my life. Half crazed, I lunged at them. But my older brother has a Dan rank in karate, and I was viciously beaten in turn. I sobbed and begged for forgiveness in an unsightly manner, but I was chased out the door and didn't even have time to change my clothes. I endured the throbbing pain in my chest, most of my ribs were probably broken, and walked unsteadily on the streets. My siblings' rebukes from when I left the house resounded in my ears. They were harsh insults that were difficult to take in. My heart was completely broken. What did I do wrong? All I did was masturbate to a mosaicless lowly video during my parents' funeral. What should I do next? No, my mind does indeed know. Find a job or part-time job, then a place to live in, and buy some food. How should I go about this? I don't know what I should do to find a job. I still know about going to Hello. But though I'm not showing off that I have more than 10 years' experience in staying indoors, how the heck should I know where Hello is? Furthermore, even if I go to Hello, I'd heard that it only introduces you to a job. I'd have to bring a resume, go to the recommended place, and take an interview. I'd have to go for an interview in a dirty sweatsuit covered with sweat and blood. Heck, if I can get employed, even I wouldn't employ a fellow wearing something crazy like this. Maybe I would sympathize with him, but I definitely wouldn't employ him. Are there any shops that sell resume papers? Stationery stores? Convenience stores? Maybe a convenience store might have them if I do go there, but I don't have any money. And then, what will I do if I settle all of that? Assuming that I do get lucky, manage to borrow money from a financial institute, get a change of clothes, and buy some resume papers and stationery. I'd heard that you can't complete the resume if you don't record your residence. It's over. Right at this moment, I finally found my life reaching its end. Ha! It started to rain. It was the end of summer, when it starts to turn cold. The icy rain pierced through the clothes that I'd worn for I don't know how many years, mercilessly stealing my body heat away. If I could start over from the beginning, I couldn't help saying that. I wasn't born as such a rotten human. I was born as the third son in a somewhat wealthy family. 2 older brothers, 1 older sister, and 1 younger brother. The fourth in amongst the 5 siblings. In primary school, I was praised as clever despite my youth. Even though I wasn't considered great at studies, I was good at games. A brat who's pretty good at sports. I was even once the center of attention in my class. Then in junior high school, I entered the computer club, consulted magazines, and saved enough money to assemble a computer. I stood out amongst my family, none of whom could write a single line of code. The turning point in my life was high school. No, it started in the 3rd year of junior high. I was so busy tinkering with the computer that I neglected my studies. Thinking back on it now, that was where it all started. I thought that learning stuff was useless for the future. I felt it couldn't be used in real life. In the end, I entered the most idiotic high school, considered the worst in the prefecture. Even so, I thought it was nothing. I felt I would succeed if I got serious, and that I was different from those other idiots. That was what I thought. I still remember the incident back then. While queuing up to buy lunch at the cafeteria, there was a fellow who cut the queue. I grumbled a few sentences as if I was acting out of righteousness. That was due to my strange pride and the Chunibu personality I had. Unfortunately, he was my senpai, and one of the 2 most dangerous people in the school. I ended up being punched in the